Hey guys, welcome to this video, and remember guys, this is the only video that you need to watch to pass your certified ethical hacker practical examination. So first of all, I just want you to tell about CEH, Engage, and the labs that they are offering are pretty good. So you have to complete all the labs provided by CEH from EC Council. So you have to clear, you have to do all the labs, answer to all those questions, and practice those labs up to 2 or 3 times. After that, you have to complete the CEH engage part. All of your engage part you just need to complete. If you have any doubts, just google down the answers, or if you have any doubts related to the CEH engage answers, I can't really show in my lab environment as of now, so that's why I'm not gonna showing you anything, but you can just comment down below so that I will be able to help you in terms of CEH engage. So you have to complete all the labs, and you have to complete CEH engage for up to 3 times. So you just need to be proficient in CEH engage completion. Okay, so that's the introduction. So basically, if you are someone who is going to take CEH practical examination, then I highly recommend you to complete the CEH engage all of the parts up to 3 times, or any times that you would like to be in proficient in that particular engage parts. So that's the first thing that you need to do. And from this video I'm gonna show you the real life lab environments, the real questions that you are gonna face in CEH practical examination. So the questions will be like, you do get an IP range like 192.168.0.0/24, or any other IP range that they are specifying in their own environment. So you have to scan a specific IP address. Maybe for the domain controller they will ask for DNS name or something like that. So basically, when they ask you about a DNS or domain controller IP, so what you need to remember is, if it has a domain controller, which means a DC open, then you can search for the port 88 and 389. So basically, 88 is the port number for Kerberos, and 389 is for LDAP. So you just need to search for those particular ports and a range of IP address that they specified. So if you scan these, you will get a plenty of results, but you can use the // open command in Nmap, so which will makes your terminal screen so clear. It will basically scans for the 192.168.0.0/24 range of IP address. In your case, the IP range in your examination will be different. You have to specify the IP range that you are getting in your examination. So if they ask you about for domain controller, DC IP or something like that, then you have to scan using Nmap like this. Like first of all, Nmap, and specify the port that you want to scan, like 88 and 389 for Kerberos and LDAP if they are asking for domain controller IP. So, and you can just scan for the range of IP addresses, and after that you will get a open port. So I don't have any IP ranges or things available as of now, but in your screen you will get open from this IP range. If this range is not open, then you can change the IP. Like they will provide, I think they will provide up to 3 or 4 ranges of IP addresses, like 10.10. Some numbers or something like that. So you have to check for all the IPs using this command, and you will definitely gonna get a single IP address which contains these ports open. So you have to specify that IP, and after that you can just specify the // open. You can just scan. If you get the single IP address, then what you can do is you can just scan for the aggressive scan. Like if you get that IP address of domain controller and LDAP, then you can just perform an aggressive scan, and in this aggressive scan you will get the FQDN, like fully qualified domain name. Like if you can't get that, then you can use the utility NS lookup, or you can also get some DNS computer name or something like that. They most probably ask you about DNS computer name related to that. So you just need to perform an aggressive scan, and it will give you the domain name, as you can see, FQDN, and the DNS computer name. So in my case, I'm just demonstrating it using Metasploitable too, so that you will not be able to find the real scenarios. I don't have permission to show everything from the CEH side, but I will tell you the real things that you need to practice. So you just need to understand my video, watch my video, understand the concepts. If you have any doubts, comment down below. And you just need to watch and understand the concepts, and do it in your own CEH lab environment. Okay, so anyways, so this is it. It's like to get the FQD and to get the DNS computer name, etc., you will perform the aggressive scanning and map. That's pretty much of it. So this may be the first question to find domain. I'm not sure about the questions, but I just passed the CEH examination. I don't have permission to tell everything, but most probably I will tell you the things that you need to pass the examination. So and this is about the Nmap that I would like to tell as of now. The second thing that I will like to tell is about the SQL map. So you just need to know about SQL map, like structured query language, like injection, SQLi. So have you heard of it? Yeah, then you will definitely gonna get SQLi vulnerabilities, like a web page which contains SQL injection vulnerabilities. Like I will just go for my this Metasploitable DVWA. And remember guys, you also get DVWA from their end, and they will also provide you the password, like admin password. So here I will demonstrate the SQLi. Like you can just if they provide you the credentials to log into their session, then you can just use those credentials to log in. But if in some cases they will not provide you the credentials, then you can utilize the single quote or 1 equal to 1 hyphen hyphen or 1 equal to 1 hash functions. Before that, let me make this to low security. So you can just utilize single quote or 1 equal to 1 hash, and this will probably dump all the user accounts like that. In the CEH part, I think it will makes you to log into that particular session. After that, you will be able to copy the URL, and you can also just right click and inspect, and once you inspect, you'll be able to see a console. So you can enter the command document.cookie, and you will be able to get your cookie value. Then what you can do is to use the SQL map command, like SQL map and -u to specify the URL that you copied, and minus cookie for specifying the cookie that you have. As you can see, here is our cookie. So you just need to specify the cookie. In your case, this will be different. So I'm just pasting this cookie value. After that, you can specify -DBS. It will dump all the databases, and you can just select the databases that you think is suspicious by specifying the -D and the name of the database that you have. And after that, you can just use the command, like assume that this is a movie database. So after that, I will use the command -tables for dumping the tables. You can also utilize the -dump command for dumping all of these available things. So this is how you use SQL map in case of using it without an burp suite. So in some scenarios, in my case, I got 2 SQLi vulnerabilities. Like the one of them will be using SQL map tool with cookie is available there, and the second is by using the burp suite. So you have to know how you can perform SQL map using SQL map tool using burp suite. So in some cases you don't get the cookie value, so for that case you can just intercept it using the burp suite, like the connection. So in this case, I do have cookie value. So in your case, if you don't have cookie value, then you can utilize the burp suite. Right click and click the copy to file, and save this as something called sql.txt. And after that, you can just utilize the same command. Like when I enter ls, I was able to see the sql.txt. So I'm using sqlmap and minus r for specifying this sql.txt. After that, minus dbs for getting the database. Once I execute this, I will get the database, and you can just utilize this like and y or n according to which is in capital letter. So here y is the capital letter, so I just put y. Here y is the capital letter, I just put y. If in your case, if here you can see it's n is the capital letter, so I just click n, because that is something that is more valuable, right? You can also utilize as you can see, you probably get the databases. So you can also utilize the minus batch command, so you don't have to enter y or n. It will give you the databases faster. Okay, so that's about SQLi that you need to know before you attending examination. And I'm gonna tell you another here called you will get the a file upload vulnerability. It will ask you to go to the DVWA and upload a file and access a specific directory, gain a connection, so something like that. So what you can do is to utilize the msf venom command and specify the payload. Here we can specify php meterpreter reverse underscore tcp, and you can just specify the L host. In your case, it will be different. So I'm just entering ifconfig, and it will give you your your IP address, and you can just specify the port. Here I am just specifying the port as 4444. And you can just specify the output file as something called shell or something like that. I just specify shell.php, and that's it. This is how you generate a payload. And what you can do with this is to start the msf console. So I'm just using the -x utility. So I'm just using the double quote. I'm just using use exploit multi-handler. So what happens here is it will execute all. I just don't have to wait for it to re-enter it again and again inside the msf console utility. I'm just entering everything before, like set lhost to the lhost value. Here we have the lhost value, and I'm just setting the L port to something called 4444, and I'm just executing the run command. That's it. What it will do is, like, it will open up the metasploit console and execute these modules. Like, it will first use this and set the LO, set the L port, and run. So I just done a thing wrong. Say I just forgot to check put the payload. So I also need to set the payload. So let me close and let me set the payload first. Like, this is the payload. Then I'm just entering the options command, and everything seems to be correct. So I'm just executing the run command. So now it start listening. So we can just go here, and here we can just upload the file. So my file will be in the home. As you can see, this is the shell.php that we created, and I was able to successfully upload this. So you can just access it using the directory that they specified, and here it is. So this is how you access, and you probably get an reverse shell. So in my case, I don't get a shell. So you don't have, you do have to note how you can get a shell. You can just practice these kinds of activities in your CEH. I think in your labs before going for practical examination. So you also can check these kinds of things in the practical also. So if this is not working, then you can just try the PHP reverse shell, etc. So you have to figure how you can solve this by yourself. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. And the next thing that I'm gonna demonstrate is about the Wireshark. So what they will provide you is with the Wireshark. Like you can just enter the Wireshark command. It's not wire plumber. Let me enter the Wireshark. So before that, let me go to the directory. Here it is. So I'm just entering Wireshark and http.cap. So in your case, you will be getting a cap file, which if it contains an IoT related vulnerability or IoT related packet, then you can enter MQTT, and you can just go to the results and open up one of them and find the published message and answer to those questions. And you just need to specify the format accordingly, so answer to the questions according to the format that they provided. Okay, so in this case it's not MQTT, but I will just show you one pcap file, and you just need to understand all of this. Okay, so here it is. So this is about MQTT. So, and they will provide you an IP dot source, like for a DDoS attack. You can just go for DDoS attack vulnerability. If they provide an IP range like 192.168.29, etc., then you can just specify the IP source or IP destination. So if the attacker is targeting a IP range of something like that, if they provide an IP like 192.168.10 or 20.111, so this is the IP address. If attacker is targeting this IP address, then you have to provide this filter, and you probably get a lot of things related to a source IP, a lot of source IP targeting a destination. So anyways, in this case, I'm just targeting the HTTP. If you get something called HTTP, then you can just search for that and click here for hypertext transfer protocol, and you can just check for if you have any passwords or related contents available. As you can see, this is how you will probably do. Like you can also utilize the control F command and go to the packet details string. You can just search for the pwd for searching for the password if it has. Okay, so this is how you use this Wireshark utility. So this is the most probable comments that I would like to tell you, but I'm not, I will tell you all of this, but I can't demonstrate everything in the lab environment. So I will tell you the things, you have to understand the things, you have to do this, all of the things that I am telling to you in your own lab environment, so that you'll be able to understand. You have to practice it by yourself. So I'm not gonna make you a script kiddie, but you have to practice. So that's why I'm not gonna tell you everything, but I will tell you a lot of things that you need to focus to pass the CES examination. So anyways, so this is something that you need to focus on in terms of Wireshark. So you can also utilize the statistics where you will get endpoints, and you can see UDP packets, TCP, IPv6, IPv4, etc. So you can just take a look on that also. So in terms of HTTP, in terms of MQTT or IoT related contents, you can search for MQTT in the filter. In terms of DDoS attack, if it is targeting targeting an IP, then you can just specify IP.destination and that IP, and you will get an range of IP addresses which is targeting your destination IP, and that is how you find the DDoS attack. Okay, so that's all the contents related to Wireshark. And now I am just going for an Nmap scan. They will give you something called a Mercury or something like that. So you can just search for Mercury related vulnerabilities. Like you can just utilize the -p, and it will be mostly in the POP. So you can just search for POP port number, and you will get it's about 110. So you can just search for 110 -open and specify the IP of what you specify the IP. It has like 139, I think. And maybe they will ask you the version of the Mercury services, or the version of or the number of Mercury services available. So you just need to answer accordingly. Okay, so you just need to focus these kinds of things by yourself. So -sv will give you the service version, and you can just utilize, you can also utilize the command -a, which will perform all kinds of scanning, like a service version scanning, like it will scan a lot of things like service version, trace route, etc. So the next thing that I need to tell is to about vulnerability. Then you can just enter ---- script vul. They will may ask you something to related to the lowest severity or vulnerability, lowest vulnerability severity, something like that. So you just need to execute this nmap minus minus script one command and the IP address that they are specifying. So you will get a range of vulnerabilities related available in this particular vulnerability, and you have to take the lowest vulnerability and specify the CVE according to your to the questions. Then you have to utilize that. So you can utilize the minus minus script one command, which is so good, okay, which will give you the vulnerabilities on this target IP. So let it complete. As you can see, it's 84.34. Let it scan. So in the meantime, let me download a software here called OpenStego, which is so cool, so cool. So I think my Windows is gone. Let me demonstrate that. You will definitely have an thing related to I'm not going to download. I will show you the contents. Like if they ask you to decrypt the image which extension with a .bmp extension, then you should utilize the OpenStego tool, which will be available in your CS tools, module 6 and Steganography, something like that. You can just execute the OpenStego. You can just download it, install it, and you can just put the click the extract data option, and after that you can just click here and put your file, and put another file for getting the output. And if you don't have password, then click extract data, then it will extract it. Okay, so that's all about OpenStego. You will get some if you get an image related to BMP. Okay, so this is all about the vulnerability. Like you can just execute this in your own lab environment, and you will get vulnerabilities related to that, and you will get CVE or the severity score of the vulnerabilities that is available in your target IP. So I'm just quitting as of now. You can also utilize the steg_hide command, which is also great. So sometimes you have to use the steg_hide extract command, steg_hide extract minus sf, the file that you need to extract. So this is how you need to perform extraction. And if they provide you a password, then you can just specify the password that they provided. If they don't provide it, then just click and it will extract if it has. Okay, if it is a JPG or some other extension, then you can use the steg_hide utility. If it is a BMP extension, then you need to utilize the OpenStego. Okay. So, and you do have a Fontsbloid Pro. I don't have Fontsbloid Pro installed here, so you can just locate your Fontsbloid Pro tool, and let me show you Fontsbloid Pro. I will tell you a lot of things, but you have to practice it in your own lab environment. So I'm not gonna show you all of the lab environments, but I will tell you, just need to watch me and understand the concept. Here it is, our Fontsbloid Pro. First thing is to connect to this device. So you just need to enter one. You can just, if they are asking you to find something like that, like a phone which contains a credential, something like that, then you can just execute the nmap command -p5555, the port number of ADB, Android debug bridge, and the IP range that they are specifying. Okay, after that you will get an IP address where port 5555 open. You can just utilize the --open command. Okay, so you will get an IP range which in which this phone is open. So once you done that, you will get the IP. You can just go to the Fontsbloid Pro, enter the option 1 to connect to the device, and you can just after connecting, you can just utilize the -14 option here, access device shell, and you can just access the shell and move to the SD card, CD SD card. After moving to the SD card, you can do a lot of things, like go and visit the download folder, all of the folder available in the SD card, and get the file. You can utilize the 8 command, as you can see, to download file or folder from the device. You can just exit from the shell, and you can just use the 8 command, and you can just download the image or file that you need to download inside the Fontsbloid Pro. And this is how you use the Fontsbloid Pro tool. Okay, I hope that's clear. So let's move on to the next question. You probably get hashes, like they said you to crack hashes in some of the questions. So you can utilize the hashes.com website. This is the website that I am highly recommending you to go. So you can also use tools like hashcat, john, but the simplest way that I found is to utilize the hashes.com website, not the crack station, but the hashes.com website is something that I felt pretty good. So you can just copy the hash that they provided, and you can just fill the captcha and click submit and search, and that's it. You'll be able to get it. If they are providing you for the word list, then you can specify that word list, and then you can utilize the john tool or hashcat tool based on your exam environment. So anyways, this is a great website that you should remember. Okay, so this is a great website. They most probably give you md5 sha1 or some hashes related to this. Yeah, as an alternative, you can use the crack station website, but first thing is to visit the hashes.com website. So this is the first website that I will recommend. If you can't crack it using this website, then you can utilize the crack station, or you can utilize the john tool or hashcat tool to perform the hash cracking. You can utilize john minus word list. They will most probably provide you the word list in the desktop directory. Then you can utilize that word list which contains passwords, and you can just do that. Okay, that's all about the cryptographic side, I think. Then there's a lot of things, guys. Then you can utilize the hydra command. So this is a pretty unavoidable command there, hydra. Then you have to understand the command, like minus capital L and minus small l is something that you need to understand. Like you can specify the minus small l if you have a username like Martin, but if you don't have a username like Martin or any other username, then you can just utilize the minus capital L if you have a word list like user.txt. And if you have a single password, then you can specify minus small p and the password that you have. If you don't have password, then you can specify minus capital P and the password list that you have. So this is something that you need to keep in mind. Okay, minus small l for single username, minus capital L for user word list, and minus small p for a single password, minus capital P for a word list or list of passwords. Okay, so after that you can just utilize, like if it is asking us to crack the SMB, then you can just utilize SMB / the IP address. So if you will need to find the service, like you can just utilize the command nmap and minus p. Like if they are asking you about SMB, you can just utilize minus p 139.445 and the range of IP address that they are providing to you. Okay, and you can also utilize the minus open command, which seems to be pretty good. It will give you clear results. Okay, and find a single IP address which contains these ports open. Okay, and you can just utilize that. Like you can just enter that IP which contains that, and this will perform the cracking. Okay, so if it is RDP, then you need to enter RDP here. If it is SSH, then you need to enter SSH here. But remember, guys, some scans will take a lot of time in this practical. So some scans will take a lot, means a lot of times. So you just don't need to wait for the scan to complete. Instead, I recommend you to go for some of the questions, let the scan runs, and try to answer some of the questions. Okay, so like that you can just you just need to find the IP that if they are asking for SSH, then you can search for minus p for minus p22, which is the default port number of SSH and the range of IP address that they are providing. And you can also utilize the minus open command. If they are asking you up for SMB, then you can utilize minus 21, and you will get the IP, a single IP address which this open. Maybe you will get one or two IP addresses where port 21 open. So you can use all of these IP addresses with the word list or usernames that they are provided by changing this accordingly. Okay, so this is how you use Hydra tool. Okay, and guys, there's a lot of things that you need to know. So if they are asking you something for an image version or something like that, then let me download an image first. Here I'm utilizing the pixels. So maybe not only image, maybe if they are giving you an executable to find the image version or something like that, then you can just utilize Exif tool, which is so good. You can also use AI tools. You can also, basically an open examination. So you can also use Google. You can also use ChatGPT AI, something like that, with the permission of your proctor. Okay. So I let it download. Oh, I don't know why it is too slow. Here is our image. So you can utilize the EXIF tool. You just need to know this tool, guys, and it will most probably give you plenty of data that maybe you need to answer. Something called image data or image version or something like that. If they are asking something like that, then you can utilize the EXIF tool utility, which is a great tool that you need to keep in mind. So all the comments, all the tools, all the things that I am demonstrating in this video is highly important. It's 100% important to score higher. Okay. So you also need to know about the aircrack ng tool. First, let me search for if I have a packet like. Okay, anyways, I'm not gonna search for that. So you can utilize the aircrack ng utility, which is also highly important, like aircrack ng and the cap file that they provided. And you can just utilize the -w commands for specifying their word list based on where their word list is. You can just provide the word list .txt, and when you hit enter, then it will crack you the password and it will give you the password, and you just need to answer the password as answer or something like that based on the question. Read the question and answer accordingly. So it's important to learn aircrack ng, and you can just specify the cap file, and you can just utilize the -w for specifying the word list that they provided. Okay, and let me go to the Windows environment, and there is a VeraCrypt will be there. So I just installed VeraCrypt for demonstrating for you. Yeah, you also need to learn VeraCrypt. So you can just you don't have, I think you don't have to create a volume, but you do have to create a volume in the labs, right? But in the exam, I think you just need to like they will provide a volume. You just need to click here and select the volume that they have provided. So once you select that, you can just click any of the drive and click the mount button. Then it will ask you password. If you have password, then you can enter and mount it accordingly. And after mounting, then you can just read that file if it has one, and answer to the questions accordingly. So you can also practice all of the things that I'm mentioning here in your own lab environment. So I'm providing you any kind of lab environment. You have to practice everything. You have to concentrate all the tools that I'm demonstrating very well before you are going to attend the examination. Okay, and they may ask you some files like CryptoForge. Have you heard of CryptoForge? Like I think it will be this. Here it is. This is a tool. I think you have to use it. I think it will be in your own environment, so you just need to use this tool, and basically you can note the icon. It will be in your lab environment. You can just utilize the tool to decrypt a text file or something like that. You can just right click, and you probably get an option to decrypt somewhere around here, and you can just click that option and it will ask you the password. You can just click and enter the password and decrypt and read the contents. Okay, so you just need to focus on CryptoForge tool also. Okay, you can also practice all of the things that I'm mentioning here in your own lab environment for enhancing your skills for passing the exam, etc. Okay, and the another comment is like they may ask you for MD5 of a file. Like you can utilize the MD5 sum if they are asking you of MD5 sum of a file, MD5 sum, and you can just enter the file that you need to find the MD5 sum. Like that, they will not directly ask for MD5, they will confuse you with a SHA-256 sum, or you can utilize SHA-284, something like that. Okay. So it will be installed in your own parrot. So here I'm just demonstrating in the Kali Linux. So anyways, it will be in your parrot machine. Okay. And sometimes you will get a Windows environment to find the hashes or something, hashes of a file. Let me paste a folder here. Here I am just utilizing the PowerShell. So you just need to know how you can find the hashes using PowerShell. You can just execute the PowerShell. And under ls you can see the files here. So if I want to get the hashes of the files here, before that let me create a file called dd here. As you can see, let me add something into it. Okay, now you can utilize the get file hash command in the PowerShell and minus algorithm. And if they want SHA-256, then you can just specify SHA-256. You just need to press the tab button and the file that you need to find the hash. Like that, you can utilize this command to find the hash and answer to those questions accordingly. Okay, so you just need to remember this get file hash command and specify the minus algorithm for specifying the algorithm and the file and the hash type that you want. After that, you can just specify the file to get the hash. Okay, so that's something that you need to keep in mind. If you want to transfer files, you can utilize the in your from your Kali Linux or from your parrot environment to your Windows. You can utilize Python, like Python 3 minus m http dot server command, and you can utilize the if config command, and you will get your IP. You can go to the Windows environment and you can just go here and go for the port 8000, and you will get the directory listing. This is how you transfer files from Linux to Windows. You can also do one more thing, like I'm just becoming a root user, and you can just utilize mkdir var www html, and you can just create a directory, any directory. Here I'm just creating share, and I'm just copying a file here called sql.txt to that directory, or the file that you want to transfer to your Windows, to that directory. Okay, now what I can do is I'm just executing service apache 2 start command. So it will start Apache. After that, once you copied your file to the share directory, once you start this Apache, you can go here, and instead of this 8000, you can just paste your IP here in the Windows and just access the share directory. Like that, you can just transfer files using this two method. If you file to transfer files using these two methods, then you can utilize online tool utilities like file transfer .io, which is also great. So you just need to don't depend on a single tool or single method. You just need to know all of this method. So that's why I'm just showing you. Okay, in some scenarios you just need to transfer files from your Windows to the Linux. So in that case, you can I think you probably have a CEH tools directory, which is a shared network directory. So you do have a Windows password, you do have your parrot password. So you can just go for the places option in the parrot machine. So this is not the parrot, so that I can't just show like that, but I will show you. In the parrot also, you also have a network option. From there you can just utilize the smb :// command and the IP. After that, you can just connect to there. Like let me try to connect. There is no shared folder here, but let me try to connect. This is how you connect, and you will be popped up to enter the username and password. Once you enter that, you will get the share. So like that, you can just transfer files from your Windows to Linux. Okay, so that's something that you need to keep in mind. Okay, so that's about transferring files between two hosts. Then I just need to tell you about the Drupal. So if you get a vulnerability related to Drupal, then you can just go to the MSF console, which is our Metasploit framework console, and you can just search for Drupal. They probably give you Drupal. So then you can just search for the Drupal. Mostly it will be Drupal Gen 2, so you can just utilize this. If it is not working, then only you can just use this. Okay, so how you can use, like you can just utilize the use command. After that, you can just execute the options command, give the R host, which is the target host in your case. And sometimes it will not work, so you can just utilize the show targets command, and you will get a lot of targets. So change targets accordingly, like you can utilize set target to 1 or 2 3, something like that. You just need to try all the targets and execute the run command and try if it is working, if it is exploiting, if it is working. So set the hard host and run. If it is not working, then short targets, give the short targets command and set it accordingly. Set targets for 1, set target 2, and run, and you will probably get a mutator shell. Okay, so that's all about Drupal vulnerability there. Okay, and you also get some kind of IDOR vulnerability. Have you heard of IDOR vulnerability? So maybe they will give you a website. So I don't have an example of IDOR here. Oh, let me log in. There's a file inclusion here, but anyways, let me try to demo. Like that, you probably get like page underscore ID or something like that. Then you do have a website. If you click some part of the website, then it will give you like an ID, something like this. So so you just need to enter the page ID that you want to access. Once you enter the page ID that you want to access, then you can just scroll down and find the flag to answer to the question. Okay, so that's some kind of IDOR vulnerability. You just need to click. You will get a website. You just need to view the website and click on all the parts of the websites, clickable parts, and you will get a question mark page ID or something like that, and you just need to change the value to according to your questions, and you will get the flag in your page. Okay, so that's something that you need to note. Okay, then you have to utilize the Remina, because for accessing RDP you just need to enter Remina and specify your IP address, and after that you will get an S option here. You can just click the S option and enter the password, username and password that you get, and after that you can just explore the files inside that Windows machine that you get. Like that you can just utilize the Remina for RDP. So these are all important. I just don't I'm not telling you unimportant things. I am telling everything that is 100, not 100, it's 200% important. So you just need to watch this video till the end without skipping, so that you will be able to understand the concepts. Okay, you can also share this video to your CEH practical exam taking peoples. Okay, so anyways, and what other things that we can do. So these are the things that I'm currently remembering, like Fontsplot Pro, Aircraft Kenji, SMB, SSH, Hydra, Remina, and you will get a .cefe file or something like that. Transferring files from Windows to Parrot and accessing something like that, and like that, like you can utilize open stego, steg hide according to the question that you're getting. So these are the things that I'm currently remembering related to CEH. So that's it. I hope I will help you to pass the examination, and this video will definitely gonna help you to understand a lot of concepts. And the best thing that I want to tell you before you are going to attend the examination is to practice it on your practice all of the mentioned things that I in this video in your own lab environment. And be pro in VRAC, be pro in SQL map. You can also utilize one more thing, like sometimes I just mentioned here in the SQLi, like single quote or 1 equal to 1 hyphen hyphen, right, or hash, right? So you can also, if it is not working, then you can just search for SQLi cheat sheets GitHub, and you will get the cheat sheets from there, and you can utilize the cheat sheets. Like, you can just execute one by one and to gain access without username and password if it has an SQLi vulnerability. If they are providing you username and password, then you don't have to enter this. Okay, so that's something that you need to keep in mind. Okay, so I think I covered most of the things that is really helpful for you to practice, that is really helpful for you to pass your examination. And you can also utilize the tools like die, which seems to be DTTC. So you just need to practice the die tool also, which seems to be good. Sometimes if they are asking you a question related to die DTTC, then you just need to answer to that, right? So, and you can also practice your skills with the NS lookup utility, which is also good. You can also utilize NS lookup, and you just need to practice NS lookup according to the materials that is available to you. And you can also you can just go for MX Toolbox website if you want, and like that you just need to understand a lot of concepts with different websites. Okay, so you just need to be pro in FontSprite Pro Tool, Hydra, Wireshark, Nmap, Aircraft NG, VeraTrust, OpenStego. You just need to use OpenStego tool by yourself, and StegHide tool, and SHA-38 for some CRC32 value. If they're asking you a CRC32 as a file, then you can utilize the CRC32 file.txt. You will get the CRC32 value. Okay, like that you will get the CRC32 value. If they are asking you SHA-384 or something like that, you can just utilize SHA-384 for some and the file, and you will get the SHA-384. Like that you can utilize those kinds of things to answer to those questions. So that's all about the video, guys. I think I covered a lot of things for making you pass in the examination. So basically I just don't want you to be a script kiddie. So you just need to what you just need to do is to practice all of the things that I demonstrated by yourself, by your own lab environment, and become pro in these things. After that you will definitely gonna pass the examination. So I'm pretty sure that you will definitely gonna crack it. So don't worry, be calm, stay calm. This is a 6-hour examination. You just need to start your exam, go for your website. So I'm not gonna show you all of the things in the practical in the iClass website. So I think it might be restricted, right? So I'm just not gonna show you all of those things. So this video will teach you a lot of things, right? So you can also utilize if you get a questions not related to what you learned, then you can utilize the Google. You can utilize the, you can also keep your own notes and use your own notes during the exam. You can utilize AI tools. Okay, so yeah, I covered most of the things, and I wish you all the best for examinations. And don't forget to like this video and comment down what you think in the comments. And thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.